Yo, what is going on guys, Houndish here, and today Trials of Osiris has returned as always for the weekend, and this week's map is Asylum, which is a map that a lot of people have been in anticipation of being inside of Trials of Osiris, either because they love it or hate it, which is always the interesting thing, but it's actually a pretty fun map for Trials of Osiris, so I'm going to kind of talk about some things I've noticed and learned playing Trials on this map, because I haven't actually played on this map a hell of a lot in year 2 at all, so it's pretty interesting and pretty cool to be back on the Asylum. But firstly, the loot for this week is boots at 5 wins and the shotgun binary dawn at 7 wins, so if you want either of those, this is the week to grind. So to talk about the map, it's not a massive map, but it does feature some long kind of medium range lines of sight, particularly for snipers kind of through the interior staircase entrances up to the top B flag position, and also some long lines of sight through the very middle of the map as well on the ground level and in the heavy kind of spawn areas. So a lot of engagements tend to take place from spawn to spawn in the B flag area. Teams tend to want to get this kind of area in the high ground and hard scope the doorways and everything like that to have kind of control of the area, and plus this is actually where the captured zone is inside of Trials of Osiris, right in the middle B, so it's a pretty solid strategy, a pretty solid place to be overall. You just need to be pretty confident and fast to get into that position. Trip mine and lightning grenades are very effective on this map as well for kind of map control and dealing with people camping around corners and stuff like that as well. Just to kind of point that out, it's very common on this map to get trip mined, as I've learned so far in my run on this map. So as well as the top B area, the lower portions of the map, such as the kind of road through the middle, are very common engagement areas, focusing particularly on the long sniper lines in particular. If you're a confident team, having 2 people push quickly and carefully obviously up to the zone B area and 1 push the middle road area as well to check for people who are flanking in the same position, and also to provide kind of another angle of attack into that zone B area, can be a pretty good strategy. It just depends obviously how confident you are. You don't want to be splitting up and then getting killed and stuff like that, because reses and res positions in this map are a little bit tricky as well, and there's something you need to be aware of. And how the enemies can split up as well is pretty kind of important, because it's easy to move around the map quickly and camp teammates res if you lose someone. So you need to have the map kind of locked down as much as you can and be aware of the enemy positions, which does sound silly, but it's easy to lose control of a round that you may have just nearly won. So sniping is pretty common because there are very regular range lines of sight, but having a good shotgunner on your team can be an advantage on this map as well, because if people are kind of aggressive, obviously that's going to be pretty useful, and there's some close range positions as well on this map. So if you're sniping, obviously know the lines of sight, don't challenge positions if you lose regularly or more than once in one position. Obviously just kind of try and get a different angle on someone. So shotgunners, you just need to play cleverly and use the shotgun primarily for defense and pushing, like a last guardian in tighter space and things like that. Don't be too crazy or aggressive with shotguns, because it won't work because of the kind of nade lockdowns and things that people can get on these doorways. And as well, supers like Striker or Nova Bomb are very effective in these smaller areas, so that's something to think about. So in terms of heavy ammo, it spawns symmetrically under the B flag area and inside of the open room between where zones A and C would be, and there's no real clear heavy spawn per team. Obviously under the B area is the closest heavy, so it's kind of an interesting one in that respect. Teams tend to be splitting up to get different heavies or challenge different positions each time, so you need to be pretty careful and aware of where people are moving to. It's not one of those maps where there's a clear place for you to pick heavy up, but just be careful, have rockets and blow stuff up is another piece of good advice right there as well. So overall, it's a pretty fun map, and I feel like it's a fairly balanced map as well. Not too many kind of advantages from being on one side, not too many at least, if we're not going to nitpick like crazy. So it's a pretty cool map. Let me know down below how you guys have found this map, if you've played on it so far, and if there's any awesome tips you might have for other people watching this video. Be interesting to see that in the comments down below. But I hope you have enjoyed the video, guys. As always, drop me a like and comment if you did, and if you are new to the channel, if you want to see more Destiny content, then feel free to hit that subscribe button for a lot more. But for now, you guys take it easy, and I will catch you very soon. Peace out.